introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to give you a letter, and I will read it into the record. But, you know, I think I would do a disservice to my members if I had not at least voiced my opinion on the proposal you gave us. It is disgraceful. It is a slap in the face to the members of this organization that day in, day out, go out and put their lives on the line for the citizens of this community. When they took this job on, they were made a promise. They took this job on those conditions in reference to that promise. They knew the risk they were taking, and we understand that. They knew what the pay and benefits were going to be at the end of that career if they reach it. Unlike others that work for the city of Jacksonville. There's a reason that our pension benefits, whether it's our pension or our benefits or pay, is different than everybody else because we do a different job. Not everybody does what we do. Not everybody goes day in, day out and puts their life on the line. And if we're blessed enough to make it through this career and survive, then we were hoping that this community and this city will keep their promise to us and give us what we've earned. It's not a handout. We're not welfare recipients. We work for this, and we've earned it. And in my opinion, we deserve everything we get. None of us, as I look across this table, and I look at every one of my members here, ever reach $100,000 in pay. Only the folks sitting across from me, you, Mr. Belton, and I don't know what Mary, probably make well over $100,000. My members, on the average, leave with a $36,000 to $38,000 pension benefit when they leave this department. So it's shameful, some of the things I've heard put out in the media. It's shameful that this mayor and this administration has chosen to take this fight on in the media. And if that's what you've chosen to do, we can all play at that game. Now we'll read this letter into the record, and I will issue it to you. Dear Mayor Brown, as you know, through your administration, we recently approached the Fraternal Order of Police to announce your desire to amend benefits for current members of the Police and Fire Pension Fund. It is important for us to point out that your attempt to negotiate with the FOP appears misguided for several reasons. First, the PF is a separate entity from the FOP. Via the city's own website, viewers can easily verify that the PFPF was created in 1937 and is structured as an independent agency of the city of Jacksonville. The fund is administered solely by a 5-member board of trustees. The PFPF, not the FOP, is the proper entity to handle pension issues for full-time city police officers and firefighters. Second, in 2001, the city negotiated and reached a 30-year agreement with the PFPF regarding pension issues for full-time city police officers and firefighters. That agreement between the city and the PFPF continues to exist today. It is important to note that before negotiating and reaching the 30-year agreement with the PFPF, point 1, the city had the benefit of its legal counsel. Point 2, the agreement was approved by the full city council. And point 3, after some time, the agreement between the city and the PFPF required minor modifications, so it was reapproved several times by the city council, with city attorneys again recommending the same be approved. To be clear, Section 7 of the agreement plainly articulates the minimum benefits the city agreed to provide police and firefighters over the life of the agreement. Your proposal to change those benefits falls far below the promises your predecessors made. Given the above history, respectfully, it is painfully obvious that you know or should know the PFPF is the true stakeholder in this issue. Your administration's position is disingenuous at best because it is highly unlikely that city attorneys, starting as early as 2001, would formally present and recommend to the city council that it approve an illegal agreement with the PFPF. If you are serious about pension issues, the law and history to date show that such discussions need to take place with the PFPF. The PFPF exists for the specific reason and the FOP has not in the past and will not in the future negotiate pension benefits with the city of Jacksonville. In order to facilitate discussions between your administration and the PFPF, we have communicated this information to the PFPF Executive Administrator, John King. He can, of course, be contacted directly as follows. I give you that information, respectfully submitted, Nelson D. Cuba, President, FOP, Jacksonville Consolidated Lodge, 530, CC to John King, Executive Administrator for the fund.
Thank you.
Copies?
We'll see this. Would you discuss this?
I have nothing else to discuss. I'm done. I'll be happy to meet with you on November 14th about the election. That's plain that we're supposed to do that. If you have an issue with this, then move forward with whatever process you deem necessary. But I'm done discussing. We're done with this issue. You need to go to the proper venue, and that proper venue, it's clear in my letter, is where you need to be. Okay?
You raised a couple of issues in your letter, and I'm glad you read it into the record. And typically, I don't feel that these are discussions appropriate for what Paul and Phil and I usually deal with, but...
No, listen. Paul and Phil.
No, I'm saying, let me just say, it doesn't end there. I was just saying that we usually get involved in discussing legal aspects. However, the table is usually an issue for discussing benefits themselves. But this letter seems to bring up a couple of issues, and let me...
You want to give me a copy? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm done talking. Take it to the courts. If you believe that agreement is illegal, we'll see you in the court system. Deal with the pension fund and work it out with them. We're not going to come between two parties that already have an agreement in place. So we're done discussing it.
What was just provided to your counsel, Mr. Derajati and Phil Monosang, as well as yourself, because you referenced a point in your letter as you read it, that for some reason it is believed by whoever has been speaking on this subject that it is the law, and the law suggests that negotiations take place with the Police and Fire Pension Fund. However, what you'll see in this Lake Worth Utilities Authority case from the Florida Public Employees Relations Commission, again, the body who guides not only the state statute of 447 that identifies the process for changing benefits, but the body who actually interprets collective bargaining agreements, in 1983 said that retirement benefits are mandatory subjects of collective bargaining.
I already know that.
I didn't interrupt you.
Listen, you're wasting my time. Daryl, in this opinion, there was no agreement between the two other parties. That means the city and the Police and Fire Pension Fund. So this here is not the same case law would apply to us. But if you believe it does, there's a system in place for us to go through that process. We're wasting time. I'm done talking. I'm done. So this meeting ends, what time is it? 11:20 p.m. a.m. Thank you. I'm done. Take me to court. I'm done with this. We'll see you there. I'll see you on the... I'm done. You don't tell me when I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing else to discuss.